What's going on, everybody? It's the Crypto Wonder, your host of the Crypto Wonder podcast. And let's get right into it. So, a lot of people, of course, are wondering when Pulsechain, right? They're wondering when Pulsechain is going to launch. And even questioning if it's ever going to launch. It's my opinion that it will launch. It's just a matter of when. I don't know when, right? But I'm banking on the fact that it's going to launch. Banking, pun intended. Because why not? Why not? Like real money, whether you want to call it intangible, whatever. Sacrifices were made. There's money involved. You know what I mean? Sure, granted, a lot of people who've had unscrupulous, nefarious, basically wicked intentions have hurt the people in the past in crypto by scamming people. We know this. We know this. But do we want to believe at this point, at this stage of the game, in Richard Hart's career in crypto or presence in crypto, you really want to believe he's going to scam? You really want to believe he's going to scam everybody? I mean, how are you going to scam everybody by not launching Pulsechain and PulseX and Hex to continue to run on the Ethereum network? Now, so let me get this straight. Because some people really believe now that Pulsechain won't launch. This is what some people are saying. And they believe that it's all been a sham. Right? But Hex is still working. Who has been scammed using Hex? Hex is working on top of the Ethereum blockchain. The way the code is written, based on what Richard has said, it's like it's secured. It's like working within a safe, in a safe. Like this thing is, it cannot be altered, can't be changed, works autonomously with no human involvement. People always question the origin address, the ownership, the centralized nature of the origin address, is one of the only things that naysayers or non-believers run with and try to say that Richard could just rug at any point. Meanwhile, to date, there's no real evidence pointing in that direction of Richard harming anybody in the crypto space, and much less his own community. Like, seriously think about this, people. Like, whatever you want to believe in your heart is whatever you feel is whatever you feel. I'm not trying to change how you feel. I don't have that power to change how a person feels about anything. Feelings are fleeting, though. They come and go. That's why you have to be careful on how you feel about certain things. Because one minute you could feel a certain way, and some time could pass within the same day, and you feel entirely different. For Pulsechain to never come out, and for Hex to continue to run, let's just apply common sense. This is not about intelligence. This is not. You're talking about a man who has been who describes himself as the best thing in crypto. The best thing in crypto. Right? And he has the evidence to prove it. The proof. More than evidence, he has the proof. Okay? The giving tree of crypto, he has the proof to substantiate his claim. Okay? He launched a product called Hex that works. Never been DDoSed. It's never been halted. It's never been, paused. It never stopped working at any point since it's launched. What do they say? 100% uptime. And he's working on having Pulsechain launched along with PulseX, the decentralized exchange. And you mean to tell me that those things are not gonna come out? And these are what some of these naysayers are saying, right? But it's not just the fact that these naysayers are outside of the Hex community. You have people in the community who have sacrificed, who are saying this, who believe, because it's been over a year, that this sacrifice, this blockchain and this DEX won't come to pass. Why? Because in their minds they think it should have been done by now. Billions of dollars. How much needs to be developed? How much more? As if they had the chance, they could do something better. There's some of the things I don't like about people, man. Criticizing a man, it's like you can't make people happy. When before Hex launched, excuse the noise out here, I know, it's distracting. Yeah, people want to act like jackasses and just, they see I'm dropping these illustrious jewels in this podcast, and they want to do this. Distract me from telling the people the truth. My viewers who are intently waiting on me to offer them the genuine facts in the crypto space. A moment for our sponsors. Kumbaya. Yes. Good people. There's something I'm going to ask of you right now. You got to understand. Here we are. This is a day of rejoice. And I need you to enjoy me in fellowship, to join me. Donate right now to the Empire State Token. It's called the Big Apple Dividend. Empire State Token. When you stake this token, Empire State, you get Big Apple dividends. Yes. Put everything in and get nothing out. You will get wrecked. That is the purpose of you. You will get wrecked. Buy into my token. You sacrifice. It's an ICO. Donate now. The sacrifice phase, the ICO, the donation phase is now. It's live. The Empire State Token. You stake it, you get Big Apple dividends. This is especially for the Hex community. Yes. I want to see you all get wrecked. Buy into my token right now. And Richard Hart, you my nigga, Richard. What's up? And when Pulsechain comes out, it's okay.
you'll have twice the chance to lose everything and get wrecked. Embrace the wreckness. Embrace it all. Embrace the loss. Richard Hart, you my nigga. Yes. Embrace it all. Embrace the wreckness. Lose. Get all types of nothing. Be happy with nothing. Okay? Empire State Token. The sacrifice is live. You stake it, you get Big Apple dividends.
Next up, we're going to speed your program.
So now, you mean to tell me this man is hell bent, and I mean that in every sense of the word, in a good way. He's 100% motivated and driven to show why he's the number one best thing that's ever happened in cryptocurrency. And he's going to rug pull Pulsechain and Pulsex. You see how small-minded people are? You see how when you talk about short-term thinking versus long-term thinking, when you think about instant gratification versus delayed or long-term delayed gratification, it's unfolding right before our very eyes. It's unfolding right before our very eyes. There was this one person who actually did a blog and said that they saw the last debate that Richard had with Tone Vase on Twitter Spaces, right? And this same person who's been in crypto for years, this is why, folks, I tell you, don't listen to anybody talking about anything, any crypto content creator who has not been a founder or who's not been someone who's really well knowledgeable on what's going on in this space. And in this case, when I'm talking about the subjects of Hex, Pulsechain, and Pulsex, I basically listen to what Richard has to say. I don't listen to anyone else and hold what they have to say to any high regard, because in a lot of times, just like what I'm doing, I'm basically regurgitating what Richard has said and parroting certain things regarding the specific cryptos that I speak about, right? You gotta do your own research, people. This guy who blogged about the debate, like he did a recap of the debate, he actually said that Richard lost the debate to Tone Vase. Drop the mic, people. Like, what in the world? And this is a person who's been in crypto for years, for years, who believes that Tone Vase washed Richard, like beat Richard in the debate. In what planet? Where? What debate was he watching? And let me be honest with you, I didn't catch the debate. To be fair, I didn't even catch it because I'm tired of watching Richard debate. I'm past all that debate, so that's for entertainment for new people to me. I didn't have to watch a debate to know that Richard mopped the floor with anybody who was opposing what he had to say. I mean, I've heard clips because, people have like uploaded. And this is another person. I'm talking about the blogger who believes that Pulsechain is not going to launch. Based on what? Now, they don't remember, folks like him don't remember how long it took Hex to become a thing, to actually launch from the time Richard spoke about it to the public and when it actually launched. Some say it was a year and a half, some say even 2 years. But you have these folks, people like this guy, who really want to believe that, and the killer thing about that too, he's flooding his own bags, because not only did he say that Tone Vase didn't lose the debate, that Richard lost the debate, he also sacrificed for Pulsechain, this same blogger. And why would you? Are you now creating a position of loss in your mind, a position of doubt in your mind, right? Are you trying to create a narrative of something that you can't even, that doesn't even exist before it even exists? And let me tell you something, there's a test net. Why would someone put themselves to trouble to create test nets and updated versions of a test net and market himself practically daily, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on an interview, whether it's in a spaces, whether it's on social media, whatever, have test nets running so that it could never come out? So when Pulsechain ends up launching, understand something. This is the mistake that people are making right now. It's a fundamental mistake. They believe that Pulsechain is going to be life-changing the first day it comes out. In other words, they believe they're going to strike it rich the first day, the first few days, the first week, the first month, the first 6 months. They believe that's it. It's going to be life-changing, and they're going to sell their bags, which they have every right to. But then when they sell their bags and they're no longer, holders of Pulsechain tokens, and they're out of the system, they lost their chance of ever even experiencing thousands and thousands and thousands of X gains. This is why I said before in my previous, some time ago, people talk a good game, but there's a difference between talk and action and real life situations. You see your gains multiply times 10, 15, 20x. Some people won't hold past that. They'll sell. And that's why many people, like for example, many people haven't experienced the 6.9 million X gains in Bitcoin. Many people haven't experienced the 14,000 X gains with Ethereum. Many people haven't experienced the 10,000 X gains with Hex, because they sold much sooner. Much sooner. The whole concept of weak hands, cabbage hands, holds true, right? They'll sell. They'll trade what they have right away. The people, pay attention to folks who are constantly questioning if they don't have like pay attention to people. You'll see the difference. Pay attention to people that keep asking, when Pulsechain, this and that. They've never experienced 100x in anything. So you mean to tell me they're going to hold on to experience 200x, 300x, 1000x, 10? 1000x? If they never experienced 100, what makes you think they're gonna stick around to experience 10,000x? They're gonna sell, which they have the right to. This is pure observation, and frankly, this is just real talk. I'm not making a judgment here. This is pure observation. The same blogger said not only that Richard Hart lost the debate, I don't know what world this guy, it was just absolute pure cringe. Pure cringe. He's saying that if the Pulsechain doesn't launch by sometime next year, that it will never launch. Based on what? Based on what? Like, who are you to say that? This blogger has never created his own blockchain. This blogger doesn't have is not a founder of anything. This blogger doesn't have a community of followers, as if, like, we always criticize how these big time social media influencers have been wrecking their followers and their viewers, right? Because their platforms are large. They have huge platforms. This guy right here has none of that. And then wants people to comment on his video and say, what do they think? Do they think Pulsechain will ever launch? Like, short-sighted, low vibration type of energy, mentality, and thinking. And these are the things that you can do without. You and I can both do without. It's individuals who think like that will always keep you down. Right? Individuals who basically have no real conviction, no real determination, no real drive to see great things through and persevere, right? Because the first sign of whatever, the first challenge that comes up, or series of challenges that comes up on your mission to success, they fall. They give up. We're not about that over here. We're not about that. I could easily say I'm not about that, but I'm going to say we are not about that, because I don't for a second want to believe that I'm the only one who believes that Pulsechain is going to come out. You know what I mean? Make it make sense. I know, many of us know and believe that Pulsechain will come out when it comes out, whenever that is. And until then, what are we going to do? Every day, squirm, clamor, run around, scream, and shout, and create chaos in our lives, and bring stress, and be anxious? What type of living is that? No, we're not going to do that. Wondering when Pulsechain does when. We're going to continue to keep our eyes on the prize and do what we have to do to take care of ourselves and our family, and literally have no expectations. Literally have no expectations. But also be smart, because there are parameters that have been set. No expectations, but we have a test net. No expectations, but we're about to have a DEX. But there's no expectations. No expectations, but we already have Hex. No expectations, but we might have the world's biggest airdrop ever, and front run billions of people, but no expectations though. This is not for everybody, folks. Clearly, this is not for everyone. This industry, this crypto industry, this game, whatever you want to call it, is not for everybody. It's not. That's what I'm understanding little by little. That's why I'm just going to keep doing the work, and whoever gravitates towards what I talk about, more power to them. Whoever doesn't, more power to them as well, because I understand, and I'm beginning to really know and learn crypto isn't for everyone. And I mean that for real. Like, it's not for everybody. It's not. Because even people who've been in this space for years, who ideally should know better, are talking foolishness, right? Are even doubting Hex based on what Hex is that they're doubting, because the bear market brings the worst out of these investors, brings the worst out of these traders, brings the worst out of these crypto people or whatever. That's what the bear market does. Makes people emotional. They live their lives based on emotion. It's weeding out, and it's showing you how wide the gap is going to be between those who have and those who have not. And I know which side I'm going to be on. Do you know which side you're going to be on? With that, I bid you all adieu. Adieu. Take care of yourselves, and as always, I always say, hope these episodes find you well. It's not supposed to be cliche. It's the real deal. Take care.